Okay, I think I am live. I'm going to hold off for just a minute. It's 4 o'clock right now. My glasses make me look cross-eyed. Don't have much makeup on today, so I'm going natural today. A bit better. Promise you for all of it. Okay. Petri, how are you doing? I've been thinking about you, Petri, a lot. Hopefully everything is going good with you. Okay, so we are live. I'm going to be talking about some very complex, interesting things. The things I'm going to talk about are kind of deep, and then it's for you to believe or for you to try to understand or to just bypass it. I'm trying to work on my hair here. Sorry. I've been working outside in the yard today, so let's see. Let me get this positioned a little bit better. Okay. So, hey, David, how are you doing? And I like that, Lucky. Thank you. Need luck. And then Petri, you're doing better. Are you moved in, Petri, to your new place? Or are you still in the process of moving? So I'll just kind of keep an eye on that. I wanted to talk about a few things, but as I always do, I start with cards. And cards are something that might mean something to you. And it's very interesting. The first one that came out is the Panther card, Panther Spirit, Reclaim Your Power. And I think this is going to be very important for us in the whole United States. It's going to be important for you individually in your life. And then this card will speak to you that now is the time to reclaim your power. And whatever that power is, the power of soul, the power of your life, the power of your decisions, the power of your own control, of your own destiny, and the power of love. Don't forget the power of love. Okay, let me read what Petri said, because let's see. Good. Keep the peace in the house. Oh, yeah. That's so hard. It's very hard, isn't it? I've been through that twice, so I totally understand what you're going through. So the next card that fell out, we've gotten this before. This is the Buffalo Spirit card. And this is the abundant universe will provide. So just know that as we go through a transition, let's keep our mind on the universe, that the universe will provide for us. And the Buffalo Spirit is with us. And I love the white buffalo too. The white buffalo spirit's very powerful. Then the next one, this one just fell out. And this is called the Antelope Spirit. I thought this was very interesting. Life is speeding up now. Don't you feel it? Things are speeding up. The craziness is speeding up. And so just these are all for you. So we have the Antelope Spirit, life is speeding up. We have the Buffalo, which is one of my favorites. And then we have the Panther. This is the first time. This card is very intriguing. And this is very intriguing to reclaim your power. I think this is such a key card for actually the rest of the year, is to reclaim our power. Okay. So I actually wanted to do something else to see what fell out. Before I do that, I want to do one thing. Is I just got this book today, actually a couple hours ago. I ordered it from Amazon. And I like, excuse me, I like Linda Moulton Howe. I don't know if you guys know of her. She has a YouTube channel, and once you see it, you'll probably know, because she deals a lot with the UFOs and people's experiences. And her YouTube channel is called Earth Files. So just Google Earth Files and everything that she has. And she's just unbiased, so she just reports things, but then she has depth on this. So this is a brand new book, The Unknown Other, and the existential proposition of alien contact. So I think it's Ashley. I had a painting that I did a while ago. And in the back of the painting, I did in gold all this writing. And it just came out of me. Well, as I was looking at this book, these are experiencers. Some of the painting, Ashley, if you look at your painting with the blue girl, you're going to see this writing in the back. I thought that was pretty cool. And there's another one that was very similar to some of the writing that I put on that painting. So some of this writing too is on that painting, which I thought was super cool. And this is very interesting. I did this painting about a year ago. And it's a serpent that is wrapping itself around the earth. And all around here was, to me, just alien codes. It was almost like a portal. And on that snake, all these were codes. So I haven't put this for sale yet. I didn't know if anybody would want it because it had meaning to me. But I think I might put it up for sale, see if anybody wants to purchase it, because I think this is a very important painting that is coming about right now. And I thought, I don't paint snakes very often or ever. And I was just into painting a snake that was wrapping itself around the earth, like reptilian. So I thought that was very interesting. I think I did that a year or two ago. I didn't write it down. So it's a 16 by 20. I think I'll put that on my shop, Hyatt Designs and Books. It's where all my artwork is, and I will put it up there. So see if anybody wants that, because I thought it was pretty pertinent, some of those codes. And it's very interesting that experiencers are writing some of the same writings that I had done years ago. Then I want to just do a little couple business before I get into what I really want to talk about. The people that are watching this, you need to understand that what I'm going to talk about today is going to be deep, perplex, complex, and it's for you to believe or not. I believe it because it happened to me, but you're going to have to use an open mind here, because this is stuff that I have never heard about until I experienced it. And I have been hearing many intuitives, many wise people of light seeds, star seeds, light workers, that they said in September, around the 21st through the 25th, something's going to happen, and it's going to be happening with souls. And I really didn't think anything would happen to me, but something did, and it was amazing and complex and confusing, and I will talk about that here in a minute. I'm going to do some cards. I wanted to do some oracle cards. These are quantum oracle cards, and this deck is from Sandra Ann Taylor, who is a psychic. I only get my cards from psychics or intuitives. I don't do it from people that just do it for fun, because I like the power of the cards from people that are intuitive. So first one, purpose. Okay, this is actually going to be kind of funny to talk about that this card came out. So purpose, I know what I am here to do. Oh my gosh, you can't make this stuff up. Sometimes you just can't make this stuff up. So we're going to go with that one. Let's see if is there any other card spirit? Oop, this one. Forgiveness. Anyone out there that needs to work on this, it's ready for you. Concentrate on your forgiveness, not only of others, but of self. Very important. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Huge, huge. That is such a huge statement, that you're not hurting anybody but yourself, and it's blocking the love, and the love flows to you. All right. Next, a little bit of business. We have the healing team. The healing team has been fabulous. They have been working so hard. We're kind of slowed down on some requests. So if anybody has any requests of prayer, energy, healing, anything for you or somebody else, let us know. This day and age, I'm sure there's a lot. And it seems like our healing team is working amongst themselves while we're waiting for other people to come on board to ask for help. And so it's so funny that, one will ask for help, another one will ask for help, one needs this. And I think this is, to me, better than church, this healing team, because these guys are so strong in their own way, and they are devout, and they are loving, and they are fabulous, and I appreciate them. I have been gifted so much from them that is miraculous to me, and it's something I've never experienced before. And I know some of you have not experienced before the love and the giving of each other, which is super cool. So Ashley was our key figure last month, and she got the little warrior doll. Well, I wanted to do this a little bit early because I probably won't send it out till October. So I have, this is a Carnelian Crystal Egg, and you can see the crystal right in there. And I'm not sure what the white is. It's all carved, but it's a carnelian crystal. The white, I'm not sure what that is, but it was in the stone. It has a little opening there, a little bit of druzy, and it has a little stand that it goes on. And I felt like, who did I want to give this spotlight on the healing team? And the healing team, I'm going to spotlight the person that needs a new beginning. This egg is your foundation. And then you're going to crack that open and you're going to start a new life. This goes to David. So David, I'm going to send it to you probably next month, and you get this egg, and actually it will bring you luck too. I know it. So there's that. Okay, so now let's get into the serious meat part of today. And I wanted to tell you about Earth Files too. Linda, that wrote this book. She also has a website called earthfiles.com. She also has a book that I really want to get. I'm not going to get it yet, but I will. I'm going to read this one first, and then I'll get her other book. And this other book is called Volume 2, High Strangeness. I really recommend it. It's 500 pages. It's a big book, and I really recommend you getting it. It's a little bit expensive, but I think it would be worth it. So let's see. Okay, so something happened to me on the 21st. So I came home from work, and I laid down on the couch, and then I went in just to this dark void. It's kind of like my spirit left my body, and my body was just a shell. Then there's a transition that happened where my spirit graduated out, and then a new spirit came back in, because there was a type of transition. They called it soul retrieval. I kept hearing soul retrieval as my spirit transitioned out. And it was like 2 hours I was out. And all I saw was, when I looked at my body, was this shell. And when I looked into it, it was dark because there's no soul in it. And I thought, did I die? I mean, did I pass on? What's going on? And then all of a sudden, I saw this, I want to say Majoret. It was almost like a glass looking at me. Like, she had her hands on my face like this, and she was right here looking at me, but she had no face. She was just energy, and I saw the outline, and it almost looked like a glass, those angels that have no face, that's glass. But I could feel kindness because she was holding me, and she was looking at me to make sure I was okay through this transition. And I said, "Who are you?" And she said, "Cassandra, my guide." And so Cassandra doesn't have a body. And so I saw her true essence, which was amazing. And I said, "Show me all of you." And she backed up And then just this energy just went huge and almost wing-like. And it was just amazing and beautiful. And I just can't describe it with words what she showed me. And then she came back to me and she held my face like this. And she was just wanting to make sure I was okay through this transition. And I don't know if she was giving me downloads or energy, but I wasn't quite sure what was going on. And then through Mind Link, she was letting me know that another spirit was coming back in. I will know everything like I did before because my mind is holding all the information of who I am, my life, my memories, my training, so I can go to work. She goes, but you're going to be very exhausted this week, and you're going to be like you're kind of in a fog as the spirit transitions to your body, because the spirit is not coming from a birth state, it's going into adult state, like a senior citizen state. And so after, I think it was just a few hours out of when I was in this black abyss, I kind of felt like, because I kept looking inside my body out and I just couldn't see anything. I don't know if I was in a transitional state or anything, but it wasn't, I can't explain it. I just went blank. I guess it was blank. So then the spirit that came in told me this is called soul retrieval. So when you retrieve something, you go get it and bring it back. So not quite sure. I'm going to have to kind of study that. I couldn't find anything really on the internet called soul retrieval. But the soul that came in, I wanted to know a little bit about this soul. I felt stronger. I feel like my other soul was very loving and very kind, and it drew from the heart a lot. This soul is a warrior. And I think if you talk, and you're going to maybe hear this more from other intuitives and starseeds, that the spirit, they might have not understood what happened to them. They might have been asleep when it happened to them, but they woke up and they felt warriorship. They felt stronger. And so whoever came back in has a purpose to finish out this life in this place in the United States with you. That is going to be very strong and solid. And I've already gotten dreams coming out of me of future. And so I'm going to share everything with you that I'm getting. So also I asked the soul, the spirit essence that came into my body that awakened me. And it is a female, but it's a strong female. It kind of has, it's almost like half and half of the male female, because of the strength of the warriorship, is Akhtar. And Akhtar is I just got up and I wrote it down. It was very funny because right afterwards I was very like mechanical, and I have a crystal grid over here, and I kept moving it around until it felt right. So the crystal grid that I had before, I had to change it. It was whoever I am now was changing it because it. So Akhtar, I Googled it, and it means star, which you cannot make this stuff up, because I go look outside every night and I put love to the universe and I look at the stars, and I just crave the stars. And to have the name Akhtar come to me, that means star, is amazing. Maybe I am so curious about the stars because I was looking for Akhtar. Maybe my soul was looking for Akhtar and communicating with this soul through the stars. It could be. So let me tell you about a dream I had. This is going to be kind of political. This is going to be futuristic for the United States. I wanted to know what's going to happen to the United States and why are we seeing so much of this stuff going on. And so I got my answer. So I'm going to give it to you. It's up to you to believe, and you can just take it food for thought, and you can kind of listen to it and go, huh? or you can listen to it and go, "Bleh." And so this is just up to you. I'm going to let you decipher everything that I'm saying, because some of this information is for me to understand, and it's to touch your soul. And if your soul is touched by this information, great. And if you think it's a little out there, that's fine, because I would totally understand that. So I wanted to know what was going to happen to the United States in the future. And I wanted to know if we can change anything. So let me tell you what I woke up. And when I woke up from this dream state, the is meant to start breaking down our bodies. It's meant to be counterproductive for our bodies. They're playing it as it to be fabulous and helpful, and do it because you love other people and you want to help them and save them, because so you don't get the C word. But it basically is actually derived to break down the chemistry, the DNA of our bodies, and for women to not produce and men to not produce and reproduce. In time, as they keep wanting you to take more, it will just keep breaking it down, breaking it down, breaking it down. You're going to see more deaths. You're going to see more illness. You're going to see more weakness of the body, confusion. And it's meant to make you not clear, so you don't see what's around you that's happening. So that being said, now we have an influx of migration coming through the borders. They think that we're at this point of almost 1 million people have already crossed the border and have come into the United States. The influx of these people coming in is meant to happen. It was planned, and it was needed for the other part of our government. That is not God. I'm talking about DC. They want to break down America. And how do you break down America? You have to break down the Americans. You can't break down the structure, because we're going to fight you. You've got to break us down physically. And so if you break down America, an American physically, through death, infertility, weakness, non-clarity of thought, then you can bring in these other people, and then you can rule the United States and you can take it over, because then it'll be a third world country. It'll be just like Haiti or anything, that it'll be easy to control, because those people will probably be just so glad to be here. So how do you break down the United States? You got to get rid of the people. You got to get rid of the strength of the Americans. So that's what I saw. And that was the answer to what is coming at us. If we continue to get this, because they're going to come every 6 months, you're probably going to have to get something like this. And because they need it, they need to keep breaking you down and breaking you down and breaking you down. So just keep that in mind. And that was just kind of what I got. Let's see. Also, if it keeps going this way, 2 years. We only have 2 years before this will kind of go into play. And it's going to, I mean, you got 1 million people already coming in. And if it keeps going this way, the American people will go weaker and weaker and weaker. And then the United States will just be destroyed. Once the United States is destroyed, then you can go into your ruler of the world. Then once you can break down the United States, And then they're going to have to go after Russia and break them down also. And all these strong countries they got to break down. And then you'll have your one ruler of the world will come into play. So that's what I saw. So I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. I just want this to be food for thought, and consider it, be aware of it, and pray about it, and see what answer that you get also. Okay, I think that's all I had. Let me see if you guys have any. Do you have any questions? We're going to do a channeling tomorrow. The channeling I'm going to do is going to be very interesting. James the Just. James the Apostle of Jesus. He was the half-brother of Jesus. And I didn't know he was called James the Just. And he was. They just called him Just because he was so just. And he wants to speak. And, you know, he was, I think he's going to talk about growing up with Jesus and how they didn't understand Jesus and who he was until he was older. Then he became a follower of his half-brother. And then after Jesus's death, then he became hugely strong in Christ and being just for the people. And so I think there's going to be a message in there of, because he was so popular and so well known, that of course the church hierarchy and some of the political hierarchy took him to a roof of a tall building and then pushed him off. He didn't die when they did that, and he was an old man at that time, and he didn't die, and so then they ended up stoning him to death. So that was not just. But it seems like these people that are evil fear good, and they fear justice, and they fear a lot of the normalcy and a lot of the good. And so keep projecting the good, keep projecting the love, and keep going. We've got to fight this so we can keep our country and we can get our country back. And I don't, I know there's people that need to come here for safety, but they are reporting that these people have been living in Brazil and other places, and they have been living fine. They're not poor, and so they're not poor by any means. And you also have Al-Qaeda that's crossing the borders at the same time. So we just need to be prayerful. And I'm going to ask the healing team, and I was going to email you this, and I forgot, that if I can ask you to focus on the borders, that we can actually just calm this down and get it to working appropriately, that we just don't have all these mass people coming into the United States. And just pray for strength and sovereignty and love and guidance, and see what you come up with. Let me know. Okay, Petra, and take this food for thought, because I know you work in the medical field. So take it food for thought. And I know people have to take it so they can continue working in the medical field. Things are getting hard, and I'm feeling pressure, and I have to do this every week so I can continue to stay in my job in the medical field. And it's fine. I'm fine with doing that. But who knows what the future is going to hold? We have a meeting coming up, and who knows what's going to be said. So we just pray that we can all keep working and keep strong in America. And I know some people have lost their jobs, but I'm hoping it's a new beginning. I'm not sure. It's such a complex thing. I never thought in the United States that I'd have to go through this. So I'm glad, Petri. We are all pulling for you, Petri. I know, I don't think Ashley's on here, but she'll probably pop on later, that she had so much success with her surgery. And I just think that I loved what David said to her, that we were like a helicopter hovering over her during surgery, because everybody in the healing team was on prayer watch. We were on her like glue to keep her healed, and the surgeon have great skill, and everything came out fabulous. So better than I think anybody could know. So much appreciated. And I love that thing about the helicopter. That was so great, David. All right. So if you don't have any questions, I'm going to end. I just wanted to pop on and kind of talk to you about this. I know there is another channel that's actually talking about this kind of soul switching. And he gave a date too, which is interesting. And I've heard it from 2 other sources, and it is very interesting. And I like to see if it's happened to any of them, if they're going to come talk about it, because it's high strangeness. It's just like Linda says, things of high strangeness. And it is high strangeness, because who would have thought this could happen? Who would have thought that we can have walk-in spirits? Who would have thought all of this? So we're very complex, aren't we? Our bodies are very complex. And whoever's at the wheel, besides God, it's very complex how they keep this organized, and how this can be attained, and how it can work. I just think it's pretty amazing. And it's pretty amazing to have this knowledge, and to have this guidance and love. And I have been feeling so at peace lately. And it's kind of because I'm a worrier. I'm a very big worrier. Worrier, not warrior, worrier. And I think that comes from being a Virgo. And I've just started to come just the last day or so into peace, that I can have control of my own life. Sorry, that's Cammie. And by the way, anybody that wants to know, Cammie's doing good. I had her out with me, and I always carry her around because I was watering, and she fell out of my arms, and her face fell right on a brick, and she didn't jump down. She just like flopped out. And so it hit her mouth, that she just had 14 teeth pulled, and it hit her mouth, and she just whined and whined. I know and then she started shaking, but I think she's okay now. But she thought, Mom, what did you do? You dropped me. And I thought dogs would always land on their feet, but not her. She was just like, fell right on those teeth that were pulled out. So she's doing okay though. All right, you guys, peace out. Love you all. I will see you tomorrow. We'll do a channeling session. First channeling session with the new soul. And I really think it'll be good. They wanted to start with a part of Jesus, and I think that's going to be great, because Jesus is a key figure. And I don't know if you guys believe in Jesus or not. I do. And I think part of my mission is to keep you mindful of Jesus, and keep you mindful of his spirit, and keep you mindful that he caused change against all odds, and that he laid down his life. He didn't have to die. And I know there's controversy about his death, but let's just keep it biblical, and that he allowed it to happen because he knew the end game. He knew the end game. And so he allowed these things to happen to him because he knew the end. And it wasn't for himself. And it's very interesting because when he died, he said, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." And James the Just said the same thing as they were stoning him. He actually said, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do." And I think that's pretty profound, because I think this day and age, a lot of us can say, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." because they really don't know the harm. They don't know what they're doing. They think they know what they're doing. In their minds, they're trying to do all this control and stuff. But really, in God's terms, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Okay, guys, peace out. Love you all. Have a great day. And I will see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Bye. Peace out. If I can turn this off. Okay, bye.